Alrighty, we are back and I'm happy to announce we have a new update from Steel City Interactive released today on the 28th of February. Now, as most of you will know by now, we've had to deal with a cheating epidemic, whether that be receiving no damage, no drain in their cardio. It's been a sad state of affairs that even decent players have resorted to cheating. So let's jump straight into how Steel City Interactive are dealing with that within this update. So in regards to cheating, this is one of the top issues in the game right now for online players. We know it's incredibly frustrating to run into cheaters in online matches, and with this update we're taking action against a number of players who have been hurting the online experience for everyone else. These bans are a first step toward a larger initiative to ensure fair play online. We're continuing to work towards improved cheat detection and will deploy additional updates over time. In the meantime, please continue to use the report player functionality in the game, which is available in the menu at the end of the fight, and if you have a video you can link a YouTube video in the report too. Cheating is never something that will be okay, and your reports have been helpful to us in making this first wave of bans. Now, I think everyone would agree that even though this is an anti-cheat, the fact that actions are being taken and there is an open dialogue on the subject gives me faith that we can keep the momentum going for a game with so much potential. So let's move on to online stability. We've also been monitoring the online feedback you're giving us related to disconnections and surrenders that are happening, fight desync, and some matchmaking issues as well. These are complicated issues that require time and testing, and while today's updates don't address these things, work on these issues is ongoing and we're committed to getting them right because we recognize how important these issues are. We know it can be rough playing through these things, so we appreciate you sticking by us and giving us so much great feedback to help improve the game. And I think this is fine. We're not being overly demanding here. If you're not able to fix these issues, but you've now communicated that this is within the backlog, of course we'll continue to support Steel City and offer feedback and support when need be. So on to the main patch notes. Introducing 3 new boxers. Number 1, Lee McGregor added to the game. McGregor joins the bantamweight division. Number 2, Robin REID added to the game. REID joins the middleweight division. Number 3, Sergio Martinez added to the game. Martinez joins the middleweight and welterweight division. Introducing new venues. We've added the Grand Theatre. Will you earn the right to a curtain call in this old school theatre? We've added Technicolor Gym, hit the ring and look good doing it under the coloured neon lights from which the venue gets its name. And last of all, we've added a nighttime version of the existing Coldwell Gym venue and a daytime version of the existing Empire Pro venue. Gameplay changes. We've updated inside fighting with a new push animation and improved responsiveness. This is a huge one for me because players were taking advantage of what I call sticky feet. They would push into you and not throw punches, and when you tried to exit, you couldn't move for the first second, and even non-cheating players would take advantage of this quite a bit. So good move, Steel City. They've made further tweaks to judge preferences in an effort to produce fairer fight results. Again, fantastic news. I will be trying this out over the weekend because, as you guys might know, I manually tallied a score for one round, comparing it to the official judge results, and the scoring was completely off. So great news again. General changes. The fighters team can now be seen walking with the fighter during the ring walk timelines, and introducing motion blur settings. This is huge, especially when you're dealing with latency in the game. The motion blur often lags behind the game animation, so the boxers end up with this over sharpened halo-like ring around their body as the camera turns. So the option to turn this off completely for those who deal with motion sickness, or at least reduce it significantly, is a smart move. Bug fixes. Fix the bug causing players to see their level as between 0 and 1 on the reward screen regardless of their actual level after a ranked match. Fixed an issue that caused the game to apply the wrong resolution when first launched. Fixed an issue causing fighter models to fail to load in the fighter select menu if a player returns to fight select midway through a match. Fixed an issue where the in-game pause menu would remain faintly visible after a player had navigated to other menus. So overall, that's fantastic. They've been taking on a combination of low to high effort tasks over the past 2 weeks. They've initiated bans as a deterrent for those considering cheating, and of course those players who were silly enough to think they could get away with this should no longer be able to play the game unless they fork out another £25 under another Steam account, which only benefits Steel City, which I can only assume was the opposite of their original intentions. That's all the updates for this week. I cover all aspects of Undisputed, including technical breakdowns, so do please consider subscribing, give this video a like, and I'll see you guys over the weekend. Peace.